Hey everyone, welcome back. How's it going? I'm Hal. This is Hand of Fate 2. Let's go. So yeah, we did our first mission yesterday to somewhat mixed success. So today, hopefully, we're gonna pick up where we left off.
You and I will travel a ways together. I will teach you all I know, and you will destroy he who has taken my place.
So yeah, as you can see there, we did the full first mission yesterday. Got a gold for it. So yeah, we're aiming for that today with a magician. And it's already picked me stuff here. Because what you can't see is the last 15 minutes or so where I started recording this episode, then realised my microphone was off, then swore my tits off for a bit, and then started over. So yeah, but we'll have a quick look. Companions, we've only got Malaclips. What he does for us though is every 30 seconds he can give us a magic shield which absorbs a single hit, which will be fantastic for me because, you know, I'm trash at the combat. And respinning any wheel gambits will come in handy as well. Encounters, we've gone for Malaclips' problem and the Market Thief, both because they have tokens associated with them. So if we do that and meet the criteria, we can unlock new cards, which is great. The Old Maiden just gives us resources, just straight up. Fantastic card. Deep Water, we might gain equipment, we might gain resources. It's a dice gambit, which, you know, it is what it is. And of course my favourite, Tarts, Pies and Exotic Lies. Which I still maintain would make a fantastic, like, band name. So moving over to our equipment, we've literally only got 5 pieces of equipment, so we're taking that with us. Now, again, 15 minutes ago, when I mucked up my first recording of this, we couldn't actually see what the stats were associated with these 2 new ones because we hadn't drew them yet. But obviously now that I have, we can see what they do. So this shield, whenever we defend, causes 30% weapon damage to attackers if they're corrupted. And Cardinal Blade, its special ability is like a blade wall thing that does more damage to corrupted. So yeah, trying to, if we can get hold of them, if we come up against any corrupted, it'll be pretty good. So yeah, let's start. Oh, I didn't even think to check the thingy at the top there to see what we're up against.
Its role and leaving the protection of their people.
I did see a couple of blight cards there though, so that means we are going to come up against corrupted enemies. So I think trying to pick up at least one of those pieces of equipment is going to come in handy.
I have tried to anticipate the changes the usurper might make. 22 challenges I offer you that will help you to understand the many ways in which the cards may fall. I do not know what Callus will do when we meet him, but I hope you will be ready when we arrive.
Your conversation with the fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. So let's find out more about it. Ask about Empire protection. A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they're all either dead, missing, or drunk. Because, you know, the Empire just seem to be fantastic at the jobs. Everything we've come across of them so far, they just seem to be like garbage at life. Ask where it is. Sits on the outer edge of the Empire, while the Emperor focuses on the capital. Its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes, are neglected. And what makes it special? I've travelled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom and I intend to return the favour. So yeah, the Empire just generally sound like douchebags. So let's go to Westwind. Again, last time, about 15 minutes ago, I chose the food wagon on the assumption that I'll get some food for doing that, which I did, so we're going to take that option again, just simply because food is a very valuable resource. Because I'm so like trash at the combat, I'm probably going to take damage there, and you take HP damage every card that you move over when you've got no food left. So running out of food's like a big deal.
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them out.
You find some Imperial soldiers strung up by Northerners. I can fight to free them, pay to free them, or leave. Right, there's only 3 of them, so I'm going to fight to free them, because I assume I'm probably going to need my gold, at least in one place, either at the general store or to like recruit soldiers, which is the whole point of this mission. And these will probably join me cause if I fight, so, or if I free them even. So yeah, let's fight, and I need to get good at the combat. One-handed weapons are recommended against Northerners. I currently have a heavy two-handed weapon, the villager's axe, so yeah, never mind. We do have malaclips to help though, and that shield is going to come in very handy. As long as I don't get hit more than once every 30 seconds, I shouldn't take damage. Which doesn't sound like a lot really, but yeah. From the frozen darkness of the far north they come. Northerners can perform combo attacks, use riposte with single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend. So that's what we can't do. And yeah, they always try and hit you at least twice. Okay, give me my shield first. Right, so we need to evade red attacks. Green ones we can defend, but this guy's gonna get dusted. Here, have the special, which did absolutely nothing. Get dusted. So yeah, that was pretty easy. Didn't have to defend anything there because they only went for big heavy attacks. And that's kind of the problem. Like these Northerners illustrate the problem perfectly. In the regard that, like, because the combo attack, you can't just roll out the way of everything because they just follow you down with the green attacks. So we are going to have to get good at defending. It's as simple as that. Anyway, we've got a soldier's sword for doing that, which is a one-handed weapon, which we can now riposte against Northerners. The damage is lower, but I mean, just look at the difference in the special damage. So I feel like we take that. Another 5 food and 2 recruits. Champion. Yeah, we're good. Totally worth it. I'm gonna. Yeah, we do have a shield. I mean, it's a garbage shield, but it is a shield. Plenty of food for the time being, so
they place themselves in these dire positions and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of Corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was heading to tea with the Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. So I could get 20 gold out of this. My footman left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Right. So I can go after the soldiers and help them, or I can help the nobleman. I feel like I've got 10 gold and another 20 would allow me to probably purchase some decent equipment if I come across a store. I'm alright for food at the time being. If I go after the soldiers, then that would probably be some more recruits. So do I want gold or the recruits? I mean, logic would dictate that, like, just in terms of finishing the mission, I should go after the soldiers on the off chance that I can recruit them. But at least from a personal standpoint, like the biggest hurdle in terms of me successfully completing missions at the moment is the fact that I'm still learning the combat. So maybe if I take the gold and I can spend it on a decent shield, then or even just, you know, some other upgrade, then that might be the way to go. So I'm going to do that. Oof. Oh, great maker, thank you. You linger near the nobleman's carriage in case the corrupted reappear. Just behind the trees, you hear the blood-curdling sounds of combat. Screams and shouts echo long into the night. You wait, but no soldiers return from the battle. The nobleman climbs inside his carriage, curls into a ball, and subs uncontrollably. He will not be moved or roused. You return to West Wind. Kind of feel like I took the wrong option there now, in hindsight, but you know. Just give me a general store and it'll make it worth it.
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
Right, Market Thief. We can earn a token here, so we're going to go for that. The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out at passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. And he's taking 3 gold. Well, that's not too bad. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay. So if we pick the huge success here, then I assume that's the criteria we need to get the token. Failure. Thief makes their escape, so we lose 3 gold. I did actually get that card on the botched no microphone run, and I got success, not huge success. And all that happens is you get your money back. I assume on huge success you get something additional. But yeah. Say general store, now we're talking. We've got 27 gold, with which we can get the Bastion of Purification, 15 defense. I mean, reducing movement speed isn't amazing, but you know. And we are using a one-handed weapon, so that would be good. Could get the warrior's axe. We'll take the shield. Actually, hang on. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take it.
A shield in more ways than one.
Also, I mean, look at the defense on our wooden shield. 4. We've gone up to 15 there. So yeah, I consider that worth it.
Help you on the road ahead.
Is there anything I can sell? No. Anything I can buy? Like, you know, I can't afford the Cardinal Blade, but that would have been the dream right there. The Cardinal Blade and the Purification Shield. I've got 5 gold left. Can I buy any food? Do I want to? 1 food for 4 gold? Nah, I'm okay, thanks. So yeah, that's that. No, I don't want to sell. I want to leave. That's what I want to do. The West Wind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers and into Louse Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. So say, as it turns out, like, getting that shield, probably a good shout. There's only 3 corrupted. We should be able to do that, need bother. Join the soldiers. So we've got help on our side as well. 5 on 3. I've got no excuse to do poorly at this combat. But now that I've said it, watch it happen. I hope this shield looks fucking sick. Language, sorry. It does look pretty sick, let's be honest. Niall was wildly inventive craftsman and also quite mad. Right, let's let our Empire boys get involved. I'll get my shield on. Also, definitely think that's the way to do combat. If you can do it, is like try and separate one from the pack. Because I feel like that's where I get hit the most, when I get like blindsided. But I mean, that was really simple, as expected. With the corrupted threat removed, you've ensured these soldiers survive to aid the town's defence. You gain 3 recruits. The soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by the corruption. Okay, 1 from 2, let's see. Oh, good job we didn't buy the Cardinal Blade because we've just got it for free. Look at that baby. Hopefully the damage is higher than our soldier sword as well, just straight up. It is. Nice.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
It's got armor breaker as opposed to riposte, but even so, just additional damage is like pretty sweet. Saying that 8 blades, I'm gonna have to remember that that's not just like a heavy hit, and like I need to be in the middle of the melee to make good use out of that. Have we put that on? We have, yeah. Let's go right first.
Always
Tarts,
treat
pies,
those
and
who
exotic
feed you
lies.
with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
I respect people who feed me. You chance upon a wooden cart overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Malaclips shakes his head. Poor old Chester. This is why you should never be seduced by the wiles of women. Coin slave. They'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. The old farmer hawks his wares to passers-by. Tarts, pies, and exotic lies. Chester nods glumly as you approach. What would you like to buy on this terribly dreary morning? I feel like we should buy exotic lies. Because we've got enough food, our life's full, so I don't think tarts or pies will be any good to us. Unless, of course, it's the colloquial term for tarts and it just means, you know, a lady of the night. In which case, I'm still not sure how that would help. Let's buy some exotic lies. She was so beautiful, he whispers as he passes you a bag of spiked purple fruit. Chester stares in a kind of wistful gloom at the exotic fruits for a while, before he finally decides on a price. Well, okay, 6 food for more gold than we've got. So here's something interesting. Can I... Like, will he let me buy this? You don't have enough gold here. Imagine that, him seeing in the front of BIOS trying to cheat him out of 5 gold. Yeah, because it might have just been that, like, you know, it just takes up to 30, but you haven't got 30, and, you know, it just takes whatever you've got. So it might have been like that. Okay. The old maiden, sweet. I'm gonna go for supplies, just because I think gold-wise, unless I need it to buy recruits with, I've already got everything that I could really, equipment-wise. Like, we only had 5 to choose from to begin with. So yeah, I'm gonna go for supplies. 7 food's pretty good. That'll probably last us for the rest of the mission.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
Okay, so we could win a token here. You arrive at the city markets to meet with Malaclips' associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc! Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favour to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Malaclips looks at you expectantly. He don't have enough gold. Don't be mad, he doesn't know about how our kind work. Our kind? You could always pay him, you know, Malaclips, you flippin' tight arse. Merc crosses his arms and turns back to you. Malaclips makes soothing noises. Look here, Merc, we'll be back before you know it with the gold, okay? Should have took gold off the old maiden. Maybe I was being a bit too utilitarian by taking the food.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
Okay, so this is the last, like, encounter. This is the final bit of the mission. We've got 3 cards left to uncover though, so I think I'm going to search for more recruits. General store. I could maybe sell my soldier's sword. See, if only I'd went this way around, then I could have afforded to give Murky's 10 gold. But you know, could buy leather armor. What does it do? Apart from reduce our movement speed, just gives us more defense. I mean, yeah, why not?
Simply
Like, literally what we're wearing has 0 defense, so, okay.
Is that your choice? Really?
Yes, really. I actually could have went back to... See, this is the thing, right? And this is the kind of stuff I need to pick up on that I wasn't really paying attention to. The exotic store before, see how the one I'm on now, it's kind of greyed out compared to these 2 on the right hand side. So like, on the last mission I wanted to go back to the general store and I couldn't, okay? So I mistakenly assumed, and I know what you're going to say, never assume. And like, mistakenly assumed that if I went back to Malaclypse's problem, then it would be greyed out and I wouldn't be able to do it, you know, this mission. As it turns out, now looking at it though, it's lit up, so I totally could have. And instead I've bought a piece of flippin' leather armor. But okay, whatever.
A vampire cannot cross running water. These days you must deal with far more mundane opposition.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. 3 of frost, 3 of greed. Oh. Like, if I fight them, then I have a chance to gain resources, which could be gold, which could let me do Malaclypse's problem. It is 6 enemies though. Yeah, let's do it. Just stop being soft. Just have to play careful and try not to suck. Get to test out the Cardinal Blade, and at least I've got a lot more defense compared to what I did have. Yeah, look at me dude now, he's kitted out. That actually looks really sweet. Prepared for violence in every major direction. Right, Malaclypse, please give me a shield. Okay, I got tagged, but that was my shield. Okay, let's give him the... Okay, it's not quite as good as I thought. See, the blind sides, that's when I flippin'... Okay, get up, mate. Okay, got the riposte off there, did you see? Feeling pretty good about that. I want to try and get rid of the thieves first, because they're the annoying ones. Okay, so I'm getting really good at parrying the northerners, it's just... Oops. Get dusted. It's just thieves. Thieves are the ones I struggle with. Because they do like that sort of wind up before the attack, that spin motion thing. And sometimes I can parry it like really early and sometimes it won't come out. Bizarre. Well, we took 25 damage, but it wasn't the worst piece of combat I've ever had. I do feel like I'm very slowly getting a little better. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Come on, give me the gold. Okay, Warrior's Axe. No, I don't want to equip it. 15 life though, so I got back most of what I lost. If only I could go back to the general store and sell that axe.
The Northerners are vicious and cunning. These soldiers should count themselves lucky to merely be captured.
Well, if we fight them, then we get more recruits, so obviously I'm going to do this. And it's Northerners, which, like, I feel like I'm better at fighting. So, yeah. Get some cheeky riposts off here. Or riposte, if you prefer. I'm not sure what the actual, like, Oxford pronunciation is, but, yeah. Come on then, son. Oh, got the attack twice. Eat it. Okay, it's interesting because if you do actually manage to hit the riposte, then oh, okay, managed to get in. Hope you get an arrow. Yeah, if you do actually manage to hit the riposte, it interrupts their combo, I think. Or maybe it's just because I killed them with that shot. It's probably that, isn't it? As opposed to interrupting it. Well, we got some gold and 2 recruits and 5 max life, which very kindly, when they give you, when it increases your max life, it also adds to your current total. So, yeah. That's pretty decent. Let's go back around here and see if we can do Malaclipse's problem before we... Right, here, have your stinking 10 gold. Malaclipse steps forward as Merc counts the coins. Merc old bean. The bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Malaclipse for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You splutter indignantly. I will require a test of skill from him. He turns and points at you. Pick a flower and eat it. I have no idea. Like, on the surface, the daisy seems like the logical choice because you know you're not going to get poorly off eating a daisy. Let's just go crazy and go for the luminous purple flower. The flower has a crispy burnt texture. Oh, I've got to make 15. No chance.
Are a constant reminder of death.
Oh, yes!
Is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
Well, I made that first try, which I'm feeling pretty sick about. Merc watches eagerly as you begin to choke. Malaclipse for his part shows some sign of concern. Your eyes bulge in water. Suddenly someone begins slapping you hard on the back. You cough and a hard lump falls from your throat. It is a solid gold statue of Merc. Okay, so we've got 10 gold back. Malaclipse cheers while you catch your breath. Merc nods, happy with the results. He beckons Malaclipse closer. Of those of us left, you should seek Ira of the Vale. She may know something of the cure. Last I heard, she's handing out in the underneath. And we got the token, yes! That's how we do it. Oh no, not her. Malaclipse straightens his neck shawl nervously. The greasy goblin man giggles maniacally. Yes, sir. She'll likely eat your bones before she lets you speak. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to run. With that, Malaclipse's associate turns away and hurls a bouquet at the shocked passerby. Flowers! Fresh flowers! Buy them or I'll eat your eyes. Okay, so just the final mission left to do. We've got 7 recruits. We've got
another
we're kitted
chance
out
to redeem yourself. Let's see how you handle it this time.
So let's do it. Let's do it. Ring the bell. As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. Nice. You have gathered a large group of soldiers to defend the town. He is hoping you won't need any more. Okay, 6 corrupted enemies and 1 blight terror. You must survive till morning when Imperial reinforcements will arrive. Remain silent or give a rousing... Let's have a rousing speech. Let's braveheart it. Oh dear. Yes, come on. Your rousing speech imbues the soldiers with confidence and zeal. Yeah, baby. Allied Empire deal more damage. So we had 7, and Malaclips and myself. That's 9 versus 7 on their side. So we've got a numbers advantage if nothing else. So this should be completely doable. Okay, Terror of Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity are erased, the terror awakes. Use Bash to break the terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. Okay. Well, I'm going to start by killing all these corrupted first. Try and get a bigger numbers advantage. Got them reports, look at that. Get dusted, son. Oh yeah, it does more damage to corrupted, I forgot about that. Right, let's try and stay out the way of... Right, finish him. Kind of trying to take out all these first, because then I feel like I'll be able to take on the boss, because he'll be distracted by all these, by all the meat shields. Right, so I need to bash him to break his armor. Get bashed, son. Okay, you hit me. So I need to... So bash is actually just an attack. It looks like. Okay, there's his armor gone. Whoa! Oh, get destroyed. Oh, but his armor's back. Right. I'll see how this works. If any of you lads want to, you know, get involved, that'd be great. Rather than just leaving me to do all the work. So the bash attack's like really fast as well. Get wrecked. Trophy earned, ninja. That went like pretty well. I got hit once. Got a few like actual valid defends and reports off.
Felled by your power. Does it satisfy you? This bloodshed.
You know what? Actually,
Knowing
it does.
those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
Yeah, well, they're not that anymore. They're corrupted monstrosities, so you know, that's what it is. Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with a town already saved.
The magician
And we got the Goldie.
returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Well, I'm entirely satisfied with how I
Now
handled
you
that.
have learned the simplest of ways to build your deck. Each challenge will provide its own unique trials. Here are some more tools to keep you in good stead.
So, for saving the town of Westwind, we get Ruby Ring, Valiant Aegis, and Winter's Bane. Nice. Oh, we've got a lot of cards here. Man-Eating Tree, these are encounter cards. Nomish Exchange, Lost Boy, Pauper Plague, and Westwind Tavern, which has got a token. Nice. And we got Malaclips's Problem, so we'll get a few more cards here. Just the one. We get the Underneath, which is obviously, yeah, the next part of the quest. So, okay. There we go, there's the Goldie.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
So moving on, next time we've got 3 possible options. The Emperor, the Empress, or the High Priestess. Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that. Definitely starting to get the hang of it. More so than last episode anyway. Overall, pretty pleased with that, yeah. So hopefully you found it as entertaining as I did, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. If you like what you see, drop a like or leave a comment. Right, and until next time, see you later.